Good morning. This morning I'm going to show you exactly what I carry in my bleeding control kit that I carry every day on the boat with me. My backpack is red. It's an Osprey backpack so that everyone can see where my bag is, because not many people carry a red bag, so that they can easily identify where this kit is located. And this kit always, at the end of my packing up what I'm going to take with me for the day, this is always in the very, very top. And I tell everybody, bleeding control kit is in the top of the red backpack. And there it is. This is all it is. This is not a first aid kit. This is not a boo-boo kit. This is simply bleeding control. If someone gets a prop cut and we rescue someone from another boat, or someone gets a big gouge in them and we need to stop the bleeding, this is what I'm going to go for. I'm not going to go for Band-Aids. On the outside I have a Gerber tool. This is something that my husband Bill picked out, and this is to strip away clothing. If you're on a boat and the boat is rocking around, maybe you're not as comfortable with having some sharp pointed scissors that you are trying to take someone's clothing off with them to get to a wound. The other option would be a pair of medical shears that do have a blunt tip. This stays on the outside so that whoever grabs the bag first can start working on getting the clothing off. This is a bag by Vanquist, and it opens like that. Pretty easy, and there's everything I've got. So it starts out with 2 sets of gloves. If I were to use this, I would replace them. Immediately on each side I have got tourniquets, North American Rescue Cat tourniquet over here, surprise tourniquet over there. Have some of this elastic bandage. This stuff is great because if somebody needs to be splinted and you need to wrap their arm, I think I put a magazine around their arm and wrap it, you can use this. In the middle here, this is all wound packing. There it is, lots of wound packing. You're going to stuff that wound full. And also, back in here, I have a blanket, because if someone does have a cut that bad, they're going to go into shock. There are also in here are some hyphen vent chest seals, twin pack. This would be more of some type of a heavy duty puncture wound. Maybe somebody who has been, maybe we pick up somebody who hasn't had an accident with one of the harpoons when they're spear fishing, something like that, and they actually have a puncture in them, then they have a sucking chest wound, then we would go for these. There are 4 there, plus you can use the packets. And that is it. That is all that is in my bleeding control kit, just things to stop the bleed. This is a North American Rescue tourniquet. It's in the ready stage. I've got it set for kind of somewhat between an arm and a leg so that I can go either way. Has a Velcro bit that goes over the cradle right there that you could put the time that you applied it. This is the windlass. You would twist and then sink the windlass into the cradle like that, and then secure it. And no, you do not release this every 20 minutes. If someone is in a situation where they really are bleeding badly and you think that they're going to bleed out and die in 3 or 4 minutes, and you don't have time to get to anyone on shore, get any rescue to come to you, and you decide you are going to use a tourniquet, it's not a guarantee that that person is going to have that limb amputated. That's kind of a holdover from World Wars, where people who had a tourniquet weren't bleeding, and so maybe the medics thought, oh, that person's okay, but this person with a gushing head wound, we need to address that. And so sometimes the person with the tourniquet was overlooked because it looked like they were doing pretty good. And so yes, after 8 hours, that is a possibility. Modern times, you are probably going to get to a hospital within 4 hours, not going to need to be amputated, but you don't want the person to bleed out. And if you did have to make that would be a horrible decision to have to make. Do I want to apply a tourniquet and risk that versus dying? I think I would choose tourniquet and possible loss of limb after 8 hours. Most likely you're going to get to a medical facility by 4 hours, and the only person who's going to unwind this and take it off is somebody with a whole lot of initials after their name, bright lights, cold steel, in the hospital. That is the medical professional who's going to take it off. You as a bystander are simply going to apply it and make sure that the bleeding stops. If one doesn't do it and you're going to put this a couple inches below the wound, you want this tourniquet to be between the wound and the heart. So if I had some sort of a puncture here, the tourniquet needs to go here, the heart is here. It's got to go between the hole and the heart. What a somber subject. Sorry to bring that up, but just in case you're thinking about equipping your boat for passages, and I take this on every single 3-hour charter, 2-hour charter, day trip, whatever, because maybe it's not going to be something that happens on my vessel, but maybe on a vessel that's very close to me. And if I have the ability to help someone out, I certainly would hope that I would have the right equipment with me so that I could do that. Because there's not a lot in this kit, and I practice with it, I open it up pretty routinely, maybe once a week, maybe not quite so often if I'm not sailing a lot, but I open this up pretty routinely and refresh my memory exactly where everything in this kit lies. There really is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major elements in this kit. That is all. Bandage, packing material, tourniquets, chest seal, blanket, gloves. That's it. There are a few enough items in here that if I need to maintain control of the boat, say I'm the skipper and we're picking up someone who has a spearfishing wound or a prop wound or something like that, I can toss this to someone, and when they open it, I can tell them exactly in here where everything is. It's in the order that they're going to need it, starting with the cutting device on through, and that way I could talk someone through it while I maintain control of my boat. So it's really good to be completely prepared and to know exactly where your gear is in the bag that you're carrying, so you could describe it to someone else if your hands are tied up and you need to be doing something else while someone else works on your victim. Patient works on your patient. Works on your patient. Do that. So thanks for watching. I'll leave links to everything below so that you know what I've got in my kit. Like I said, it's very simple. It is not a boo-boo kit. It is a bleeding control kit. It's to keep someone from bleeding out. You've got 3 or 4 minutes before they can lose all their blood and they're going to be gone. So time is of the essence. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. I've got some more interesting and amazing content coming up, so please hit the subscribe button so that you get notifications. Please click like, and thank you for watching. Hope you found this useful. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.